Hey there, welcome to my channel and my very first video. So since this is my first video, I want to warn you, there's all kinds of things that I'm going to have to fix. I'm learning here as I go. I really started doing videos just because I wanted to remember how I did stuff mainly, and to kind of learn from my mistakes. And watching this over a few times already, I've already learned several things I should do differently. First, though, I should probably tell you the colors I'm using. I use that white base paint, house paint on the bottom right, and then on the top half of the painting, and then on the bottom half, I use that metallic champagne by Rust-Oleum. Then I mixed up a bunch of other colors. I used the ruby. I actually did not end up using that green gold on the top. I used the Modern Masters. I think that's burnt sienna and burnt umber. And that's Deco Art Americana Metallics, bronze, and matte metallics in 24 karat gold, because when I was shopping I couldn't find the regular 24 karat gold. And then the top one is a copper color. I really like the copper color. I think it's I love it. This painting really wasn't even supposed to have copper in it. It's supposed to be more red, but I just kind of added it in there. Oh, and then I also have some of that interference gold there in between the Rust-Oleum and the house paint. And we'll see how it goes. So I've coated the top part of the canvas with the house paint, and I've started coating the bottom half of the painting with the Rust-Oleum champagne color. And when I start to tilt it, I pretty much immediately, well, I was looking for a piece of gunk in there that wasn't there. I immediately realized that I have a consistency problem. The white paint is much thinner than the metallic. I totally should have just started thinning it out, the metallic paint. That's one thing. That's the biggest thing I've learned in this particular painting, is just fix it when you realize there's a problem. But I'm just march on. And so I just keep going. My plan is to mix these in the middle, which you'll see in a second. But I think the biggest problem I was having right here was thinking about the fact that somebody was watching me do this, of having the camera running. And you can see that the white flows really fast compared to the metallic, and I should have just fixed it, but I didn't fix it. But anyway, on we go. So here I'm starting an open cup, which is my favorite thing to do. Popping bubbles. I had just mixed that house paint beforehand, and there's a lot of bubbles in it. So I use the torch forever looking for bubbles. And then I start the open cup. And I also quickly noticed that I didn't have on my table my regular white. All I had was the house paint white, but I used some gold and some of the oh, I forgot to mention that oh no, that's the metallic that's the metallic bronze. But I also have a black flash that I didn't put in the picture. That's some of the red, and then more of the base coat color, and that's the interference gold. And I just kind of move it around and do the open cup thing. More brown, more copper, and more moving, and more brown. You know how it goes. You might notice that I didn't start my open cup right on the edge like a lot of people do. And the main reason I didn't do that is because in other open cup pours I've done, I always end up pouring that off on right along the edge. And when you first start an open cup, you get some of the prettiest effect. So I thought, well, I'll just start it a little inside and see if I can keep some of that what's pretty. I end up pouring a lot of that off because of this consistency issue you can see I'm having with the white just running all over the place, but the other color's not going anywhere. So you just adapt. I figured it out. I know that I just need to just mix that metallic thinner. Then I just keep going with the open cup. Here I'm just trying to figure out if I can get that white paint to help move the paint in the middle. I don't want to kick it around too much because I don't like the super jagged edges. But anyway, I just started tilting it around and seeing what I like with the composition, and I really like how it kind of looks like a mountain. It's kind of neat looking. And I use a offset spatula and some palette knives and start doing the big schmears like Gail Burston does from Life and Splatters. Love her channel. Yeah, and just kind of go with it. Yeah, I don't like that, what's going on in the very middle underneath that peak, so I just pour a whole bunch off and see if I can get a better composition. Some key details I forgot to mention. This is a 24 by 36 gallery wrap canvas. It's actually, you know, at Hobby Lobby they didn't have any regular canvases like I normally buy. This is actually a watercolor canvas. I've never bought one before, but that's all they had. It's literally the only 24 by 36, and that's what I needed. And so, yeah, it's a 24 by 36 canvas, and it is, my pouring medium is mostly Floetrol with a little bit of Liquitex gloss medium and a little bit of water. Not very much, but a little bit. And I start using, oh, that's a cool little stir stick. I was looking for the plastic stir sticks, and I couldn't find them anywhere. And at Hobby Lobby, they had those, and they had these giant balls on the end. And I thought, well, I'll just try it. So here's me trying it. I've never used them before. You see me fiddling quite a bit and not just like moving around and not doing anything. And it's because there's something that's just bugging me about the bottom line on this, on along between the metallic and the colors on the bottom. It looks like the top from this angle, but from where I'm standing. And I was just trying to figure out what to do to fix that and to make my mistakes look like I did them on purpose. That's the fun thing about pouring, right? Once I get finished, after I turn off, I hate it when people do this and I apologize, but once I get to the end, I realized that I wanted to soften that edge. And here it is at the end. I've kind of slowed it down a little bit to show the details of it. I really like how the copper and the brown plays together with the gold. I had to use restraint with the gold because you know how that 24 karat gold can get a little overpowering sometimes, and I didn't want that. The room I'm doing this for is a lot of wood and brown and rust and dark red colors, and I think this will work great. But I wanted you to see how everything looked in the end. And also I had taken a palette knife and softened that bottom edge. Sorry, I didn't get it on camera. Here's what it looks like at the end. Thanks for watching. Here it is the next morning. I was kind of worried about how it was going to dry. I'm in Texas and it got a little cold last night. But here's the whole thing. I'll zoom in on some of it. I like the movement of it and how it all came together. Edge, I love this part right over here. Love that. Anyway, but there it is. Sorry for my messy table. Thanks. Bye.